Today we're going to be using some artist foil and we're going to be creating a line design using all the lines that we learned about today. So you should have your line list that you filled out, as well as a black paper and a piece of artist foil. Now the edges of these can be sharp, so you need to be careful with this that you do not rub your fingers too hard against it. So to get started, I'm going to put this out of the way for now, and I'm going to just have this paper and this paper. And I'm going to look at my different lines. And I'm just going to flip this over on the back. Now you can choose what side you want to be the back. You can have the silver side up, or you can have the copper side up. So I'm going to have copper up, so I'm going to flip it over and work on this side so that when I draw my lines, they poke through on this side. So I think I'm going to start by drawing a zigzag line, and you'll notice this tool I have is not a pencil, it's called a stylus. It's just a piece of wood that is pointy, and I'm going to use that to draw my lines. Okay, so maybe I have a zigzag line there, and you can see what happens is it pushes it through on the other side. So I'm going to keep working and adding different lines. I'm going to add some swirls, and I'm going to change the direction of my line, so now it's going towards the other end of the paper. Right, so now I have a line of zigzags, or actually this is a zigzag, these are spirals, so I have a line of spirals, and I'm just going to keep adding to that. Maybe I'll do some scallop shaped lines. Maybe I'll throw in a castle line here. Now I did this on this side, and what it did is it pushed the line through on the other side. So if you want to draw some on the front of it, that's okay too. So a dotted line. And you just want to fill up with as many line types as you can fit on your square. Now when you're finished, you can either keep it the way it is and just glue it to the middle of the paper like this, or you can use crayons and you can actually color in between your lines with colorful crayons. So what I'm going to do now is I'm ready to glue this down. I'm going to take my glue stick, and you want to put the glue on this, not on the black paper, so that way you don't use too much. Just want to make sure I have a good amount, especially around the edges. A little in the middle, okay? So then I'm going to flip this, and I'm going to try to make it so it's nice and even, so there's enough space on both sides. That's called giving it a border. Okay, so whether you want to color it in or just leave it shiny, that's up to you, but you get to take this project home with you today and make sure that you go back into Google Classroom and mark that you completed your project.